Happy Wednesday, people. Welcome to the Kris and Gina Relationship Show.
Hey.
I'll play Kris today.
I'll play Gina.
You'll be Gina?
Yeah, I think I'll do that.
All right. She's going to be Gina. I'll be Kris.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining the show. Happy New Year for those who are just joining us for the first time this year. Technically, It's New Year.
It's our second show of the year, but that's.
And as always, anyone new to the show, we talk about relationships, sex, marriage, money, and dating.
All together.
All the time.
Right there.
All day, every day. That's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to let Gina B know what national day it is every week.
I'm so excited about it.
It's actually a good one today. It's National Oysters Rockefeller Day. I'm a raw oyster person myself.
I'm not an oyster. I don't like the texture.
Really?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I do. It reminds me of it. Anyway, it's National Bittersweet Chocolate Day. You don't like that one?
Bittersweet chocolate?
Yeah.
No.
It's National Houseplant Appreciation Day.
I kill houseplants. This isn't a good day for me.
You're a plant killer?
I am. I'm a total plant
Let's just
killer.
stop that right there.
Okay.
That's over.
I try not to, but I just don't. I'm not good at houseplants.
Look,
my husband's given me several of them, and they're all dead.
Today's topic
Anyway, yes.
is one that we pretty much haven't touched.
We haven't at all.
Passport brothers, also known as passport bros. Gina B, would you like to tell our audience we're going to have a working definition of a passport
bro is they fancy themselves digital nomads,
right?
Who decide to pack up.
I'm not saying that you all don't know this, but a digital nomad is a person who usually can do their work remote, right? 17 million of these folks. The term was coined in 1997.
Oh, we'll check you out. Look at him with the backstory.
Watch this. No notes.
No list today, people.
All up here.
You're getting your rest back.
All up here. So
okay.
A digital nomad.
Digital nomads,
right.
Because they can, to Chris's point, they can work from anywhere. So what they're doing is, to give themselves better dating lives, they're packing up. They are using that passport, and they are going to specific countries where they are enjoying the female fruits of the local terrain.
Gee, Gina B, what types of countries do they go to and why?
Well, the 5 best. Do you want to know the 5 best countries?
Thailand, probably got to be there.
Thailand, the Philippines.
Got somewhere in
Romania.
Romania.
Poland.
Really?
And Japan.
Really?
That's what I read, that these are the 5 best countries for digital nomads.
All right. Well, most of them are a lot of Asian countries.
A lot of Asian countries, whole lot.
Colombia.
Oh, yeah.
Dominican.
Yes. The DR. Brazil.
Typically, and the notion behind all of this is we'll cut right through it. There is a feeling.
What's their age range? That's a good question, Gigi.
Sure. These men are between 20, let me get the exact, 23 and 44.
Yeah, I think that's about what it is. So, prime age for settling down.
Right. And the whole idea is, the feeling is...
Look at Nate Turner jumping in real quick with the DR.
Shout out to my St. Felicitas Falcon brother.
Nate's like, no dates in the States.
Right. The idea is, and we've seen this on the show, that women in modern Western societies have become a bit abrasive for brothers. Standards. Mm-hmm. A lot of men feel, and I'm not saying they're right and they're wrong, a lot of men feel that they are just delusional. Mm-hmm. And they feel not only are they going to these places for, beautiful, submissive, young women who are very feminine and take pride in pleasing a man, but the cost of living is low, and
their dollar goes.
That can't be discounted.
So they can't afford shit here.
So
they'll go to one of those countries.
Why did my seat just sink? Did you see that?
I didn't see that.
You wanted to be taller than me today.
I always do.
It's a cost of living thing. So, when we talked about the topic, I said right away, I know that there are going to be people that say, oh, they're going preying on women. They're controlling them. Yeah. Anytime you see an older guy and I'm not even saying they're always older.
Look, Nate saying he doesn't do it. It would never do it, but he's going to spill the tea. Do you want to join us, Nate? Because if you got some tea to spill, we are here for it.
Well, there's a faction of men of all races that also go to these places
Yes, they do.
for other nefarious reasons.
Yeah, for every nefarious reason.
This ain't that, because they're going there to have fun and they come home. These brothers ain't coming back.
No.
They
Taking
packing
their
up.
passports.
They marrying them. They wifing them.
Yeah, they're going to these countries for just short of amount of the time that they need to have a visa.
You know what? There's one digital nomad who gets a lot of. He's not actually the spokesperson, but you'd think he was.
Yeah.
It was actually, the term was coined by some brothers.
Yeah.
Shout out to the black man once again. Didn't get paid on it. But let's watch a video, Ron.
Yeah,
I want everybody. Y'all to get a better idea.
We got a couple videos.
We got a couple today. We gonna talk about this. What's happening, Mr. Wood? We stay ready. What's up, Greg?
Hey TikTok, I have a confession to make.
Mute us when
Over
that
the past
comes
few
on.
days, multiple news articles have come out.
You gotta start over so they can hear, bro.
Your posts are more on the way, and before they do, I want to tell you guys the truth. When you see me hanging out overseas with
kill me.
beautiful Colombian.
What is happening in the backstairs?
Hey TikTok, I have a confession to make. Over the past few days, multiple news articles have come out. I'm in contact with Vice and New York Post, so more on the way. And before they do, I want
Muted at the top of that screen.
to tell you guys the truth. When you
I'm gonna mute and see if I can get what's the name to fix it.
All right.
Okay, we got a video
we got
coming.
a
We had a
problem.
little technical difficulty.
Okay.
But, so Gigi hadn't asked the age range. I'm guessing she meant the men, right?
Yeah, I'm assuming because the women, it's like
What are your thoughts? I mean, you're representing all women today.
all women.
I'm representing all men.
Exactly.
You're representing all, even though you're not single. You're representing the single women today.
I can.
Do you feel that there are single women that are abrasive in Western society?
Absolutely.
So you agree with that?
Yeah, I mean,
Because when I say that, sometimes they jump down my throat.
well, I mean, we've had whole conversations about women who they feel that because they're blowing the doors off professionally, that you know
That we care about that.
that men care about that. I've personally talked to a lot of women about like all of that does not matter,
Right.
unless you're a man, right?
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
And realistically, I personally think that if these dudes are leaving and going elsewhere and finding dates, then why do we care as women?
right.
If that's what you want to do.
No one likes a man to have a preference in this country. You know.
I mean, I don't care.
And there are 17.
self-deselection.
There's actually 17 million digital nomads right now.
Right.
I'm not saying they're all passport bros, but they're digital nomads, and it goes beyond that as well. Here in the States, for those again who don't watch the show every week, studies have shown women are becoming choosier. Period.
Yes.
No longer can I flirt with Jada B in the cafeteria. People work from home, and dates start online. 1 out of every 2 relationships starts online. So what you have is, you got like 80% of the women online only considering the top 20% of men. Because they don't think they think these men are very average, and they all think that they're not.
Right.
I will not give you.
And then there's the whole thing about, well, we'll get into that later. But
Yeah, and then when they do date them, guys go out on a date, it seems like every woman wants Superman. Every woman wants, I want Superman. Mm-hmm. But they want to treat him like Clark Kent. Superman just don't go for that.
yeah. Well,
And that's the
Clark
problem.
Kent has sex appeal too, but yeah.
My
I
seat
just-
is getting shorter and shorter. So what we doing, Ryan? We fix it yet?
Yeah, we fixing it now. Y'all still talk. Y'all still on the screen.
Oh, okay, so we're still here. Yeah, well, the thing is, though, okay, so I remember some years ago, like several years ago,
Right.
there was a group of men that I knew. I knew them sort of tangentially. I didn't know them very well. Who
Sure
would
you did.
all go. No, seriously.
She always
really-
has a disclaimer.
I didn't because I don't want to over affiliate.
Okay, now I'm
I don't like to
sorry.
over affiliate.
Okay,
so they would go to Brazil semi regularly.
Right.
And what amounted to what they were doing was
They're going to hit some fine
really
chicks.
hooking some. They were
They
getting.
were going to make some porn.
You know what they were doing?
They were making some homemade porn.
They were getting
One
the
second,
girlfriend experience from prostitutes. Is what they were doing.
They were.
Yeah.
But again, that is why Passport Bros is probably getting, from some women, a lot of negative press. Yeah, they feel they're taking advantage of some people in some countries. Like
Yeah,
the women,
some people feel
like the
it's
women don't
predatory.
want to be there. Let's watch the video. Let's see if we can get it going. The first one.
Yeah, let's try.
We'll try this again.
We're
Sorry
gonna
about
try
that,
this
folk.
again. We're gonna try something.
It's going to
new.
set the stage, though. It's going to set
will.
the stage.
He went there with the download cats. I gotta talk. Okay, what is happening right now?
Gina B, why don't you read that?
Okay,
Very
Nate Turner
introspective.
says $100 in the DR. A woman will become your maid, sex slave, cook, and everything else. Some dudes go to the Philippines to pay for lady boys. Download cats. Let's go back. I lived in Australia for 18 months and never paid for a drink. Australian women love Americans, especially black men. 5-to-1 women to men ratio.
Wow.
So, I mean, we think the ratio is bad over here, but if you're getting treated that well, Australia is also one of the most racist countries. So I'm surprised that
I don't
we're
even.
getting that much love.
You know, let's think about this. If I am let's say I'm a black woman. Mm-hmm. I'm a young black woman. Mm-hmm. Oh, wait a minute. Is this? We got this?
No, this is no.
Yeah, it should be it. Let's see.
Wait a minute.
Do 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 do. Okay,
Can I keep talking, Ron?
Where's our boy? Racist to Aborigines, but no, I have a friend who lives down there and is kind of racist to her too.
Sorry for the
She's
technical
a
difficulty.
black
Ron,
woman.
just find somebody who can fix that.
Yeah,
for
where's
us.
B?
Yeah.
He's gone.
You talked to me on the phone, right?
Oh Lord.
All right, so we'll get it fixed. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
But
we'll
if I'm a young black woman
Yeah, if you're a young black woman.
and I'm living in Maine,
Why would you do that as a young black
well,
woman?
wait a minute.
I'm just saying. Okay, go ahead.
And somebody said, you know what? And I want a husband. And I might say, I think I might move to New York City.
New York City.
But you know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
wanna move to
you might
Houston.
go someplace where you have
I'm
a
going
shot
someplace to heighten my chances to
of
get what I
success.
want.
Exactly. You've got to be successful.
If I told you, and people don't like hearing numbers and statistics unless it favors them. So I always try and use something that everyone can relate to.
Yep.
If I told you, let's say I live on Ontario, right?
Ontario Street here in Chicago. Okay.
Sure. And someone says, you know, it's a good thing you can walk to your local grocery store. It's 2 blocks away. And I was like, oh, yeah, I have it no other way. Great exercise, etc.
Yeah.
What if I told you, if you walk to a grocery store on 71st and Jeffrey or Madison, you got a 42% more chance
We're getting knocked in the
of
head.
getting knocked in the head.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Why would I do that?
I don't know.
So if I'm in a place where half of the marriages end in divorce, women are filing divorce, 70 to 90%.
Okay.
70 to 90% of divorce is filed by women.
Uh-huh.
I lose half my shit if I get divorced.
Right.
Why wouldn't I go someplace where the chances of that are lessening if I want a family?
Listen, I don't disagree with you. People should have the right to go where they feel they're going to be the most successful.
True.
I mean, if that's what you feel that you must do, right?
Right.
And women can balk about it all day if they want to. However,
Super producer Ron, make us proud.
I got you.
Yeah.
I want y'all to ignore this screen, though.
Okay.
okay.
Just
What
when
are
it
we
starts, just mute us.
doing? Just let us know.
Because in
when
a
you're
second, I'm
muted.
about to pull out my cell phone and show everybody.
It's either going to be he pulls out a cell phone or his gun.
We won't show this video, but I want you to talk about the woman who had objections. I was going to save this for later, but you showed me a good video.
I did. I showed you a good video.
What were some of her objections?
So the objections that this woman from one of the countries, that
Right.
probably Poland, I think, blonde woman, who said that she felt that it was predatory, and that that men were just coming to these countries just for sex, and they just want to enjoy these women and sleep with them, and then that's pretty much their goal. And so she felt that there's a lot of predatory activity going on with passport bros?
When I think of predatory, I think of like,
You think of R. Kelly?
yeah, I think of illegal stuff.
Yeah.
These women are voluntarily.
Well, yeah, they are, but I who knows
But
what
what?
they're telling them? Like, I don't know if they're going over there promising them all kinds of stuff.
I
throwing
think that's
money
the
in their face.
femininity, just
I don't know.
not liking a brother to have choices.
Well, we don't know what they're doing.
Because even here in the States,
We don't know.
if I'm 40 and I ask a 25-year-old out, he just wants to control her. Like she has no brain.
Yeah.
Did we get close, Ron?
We're getting close.
Okay.
Ron is
So-
down here working people.
But just do y'all. Just
Okay.
do y'all.
Okay. So, all right. It says he's happily married, but if he were single, he couldn't see himself going to one of those countries in search of a maid. And GM Wood, why not? Like, what would keep you from going to one of those countries if you were unsuccessfully dating in the U.S.?
I want to know.
I'm curious because, yeah, you can go and get somebody to be their sex slave and whatever it is that you want them to do, but
And a young man they got some fine women around in the world. They fine.
yeah,
They're not. 4 out of 5 women here are overweight.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5 women are overweight. 82%. 56% of sisters
forgot.
are obese.
Yeah.
As if that means nothing.
Okay,
Doesn't mean nothing if you got married when you weren't. Because now you're married.
So you're
Better
saying
or
that
worse?
once you get married, you can just
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fellas, that's another reason for us to get married.
hurry up.
Lose your hair. Get fat. Your thing stop working. Your thing stop
those
working.
broad shoulders
She married to
down
you now.
to the
Well, they might leave
midsection.
you though. Yeah, they might.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah. Is there any mention of fascination with accents and what they could? Of course, yes, Walida. There is most definitely talk about being fascinated with the exotic.
Absolutely.
And there's a lot of fetishism that goes on. A lot of Asian women accuse American men of fetishizing.
Like people
Just as
fetishize.
black women.
Just like everyone fetishizes the black man.
And black women are classically over-sexualized.
Yeah.
You know?
But it's also as women are. What are you talking about this in the car? If I all of a sudden, I'm not, but let's say I was 5'2",
Yes.
and me and all the other 5'2",
He's 5'4".
me and all the other 5'3" guys, we said we want to date tall women. We want women who are 5'7", right?
And on.
And we set out and we said, they're shallow. Everyone would look at us like, mofo, don't no woman want no little bitty man shorter than them. You better go find you a little woman, right? Mm-hmm. I say that to say, we men understand women's preferences, right? I'm 5'10". I just don't approach women 6'3".
Right.
But men like feminine women.
Well, and that's one of the biggest
and that is
sticking points.
the biggest
That is
reason
the
they're going
biggest
there.
reason. The biggest reason that we've seen online, since we can't get our video together, is that there are a lot of men who feel as though Western women are not feminine enough, and
Right.
that is the reason why they go over and they're ready. They're ready for passport bros.
Wait a minute. 20 to 45 is a wide age span unsexed today. They got to do whatever. Let's get this. Wait a minute. I think we answered the wrong question for Gigi Hinton.
Yeah.
Gigi, those are the ages of men. The men are.
No, that's her point. She's saying that men who are from 20, unless I'm misinterpreting, men who are 20 to 45, that's 25 years. Why are you not successful?
Oh, because the women here are very combative, and men are repelled from that.
So for 25 years, you found
Men
nothing
are
but
repelled
combative
from.
men?
Men are repelled.
women?
By argumentative, combative women, as women are repelled by a broke man.
Okay, well, maybe
See,
there's a lot of...
we don't have a requirement on women. Hey, women, if you treat us right, you don't have to be rich.
a requirement.
What if all of a sudden said, you know what?
She needs to be fine.
Hold on,
She
wait a
needs to
minute. I'm a good-looking man, Gina B.
Uh-huh.
I'm single. I'm not single, but if I was single,
be- Right.
I think I want to be a stay-at-home kept man. I want a woman that makes $150,000 minimum.
Not to keep you...
Everybody would look at me like I'm crazy because it's okay for women to have preferences, but a guy can't have a feminine woman.
Guys have plenty of preferences. Men have all the physical preferences, and you have.
We
ever
like
since
feminine.
the beginning of time. You like fine. You
We
like
like feminine.
X,
We don't
Y,
like
Z,
women
you
talking crap.
That isn't the only preference you
Know
have.
your place, woman.
That is not the only preference you have.
Not
and
like
you know
that.
it. Know your place, woman. Get hit in the head here. No, but
Are we close to video, Ron? Ron, you make
I
this
don't know
look
that we're
bad.
close to it.
It is
Let
what.
you know. I can only let you know.
Is it soup yet? All right, so
We were talking about the preferences.
we're talking about preferences, and I think that you guys do have a lot of
Hey,
preferences,
TikTok.
Really?
I have a
You do.
confession to make. Over the
don't you? Chime in if you think that men have a lot of preferences.
How?
What do you mean how? They're all physical.
No, they're not.
And they're all physical. Yes, what do you mean?
To
they're
quote the
not?
late, great Kevin Samuels,
Oh, Lord, today.
shout out to the new. Yo.
Yeah, yo.
Don't disrespect the greatest bond ever. Anyway, fit, feminine, friendly, cooperative, and submissive. The women here aren't fit. They aren't feminine. They aren't cooperative. They aren't submissive.
Are they friendly at least?
When they first meet you for about 35 seconds. Am I lying?
Okay.
Did I lie?
Let's go back up to Nate
Didn't think
Turner's.
so.
Scroll up a little bit, Ron, to this.
Right,
this
Phil
song.
McKnight.
Yeah,
Shout out
Phil
Phil.
McKnight.
It's frowned
Okay,
upon.
Men are hunters by nature, is what Nate Turner says. So if it's by numbers, it would be like fishing in a stock lake. Some men don't care about quality, so that's what they do. Numbers game. Have to be careful sometimes. You might get a beautiful box with a golden wrapper, and you open the box to find garbage.
And that's the curse of men. Shout that is 100% accurate.
You just said a mouthful, brother.
That is 100% accurate. Because
It
we
is.
will.
You'll look for a beautiful box.
Well, we'll sleep with we'll sleep with
We'll
the
sleep with
combative
anything.
chick, but we won't marry her. And that's what
sleep
we're
with
getting at
whatever.
here. This is the passport bros do this for marriage. And that's the disconnect.
Allegedly.
That's what they say.
Men kids can't have preferences.
No,
huh?
but some of these dudes that are on YouTube,
When-
that they
when do we
marry,
question
no,
a
they're
woman's
not.
preferences?
All the time.
Really?
You do.
Only when the blood test comes back negative, she lied.
Shut up, Chris. You do question
yeah,
women's
nothing-
preferences. You just
What?
like them tall dudes. You just like those cute dudes.
We-
You like
we-
the
no,
pretty
men
boys.
readily
Y'all just like men with money.
understand that.
Y'all like
Listen. When it comes time for us to get a girlfriend or we might start off saying, I like the prettiest girl in the class.
yes.
But she likes Nate Turner because he's a football star, right?
Uh-huh.
I'm not going to sit here and say, well, I ain't settling. I'm going to wait. Men, the dumbest, the smartest, the poorest, the richest, when we choose from our best available options.
Yes.
Women will sit there in their 5'4", 190-pound combative frame and say, I want Nate Turner.
Same.
And I said, well, he just got drafted to the Buffalo Bills. He's a big, strong, handsome. You don't think he has options? Well, I got a nice job.
Nate Turner, what are you attracted to? Since you're the
Well,
since
he's
you're now
protect-
the prototype.
He actually did play in the league.
Okay. Okay, go ahead on. Oh Lord, R.I.P. to the Godfather.
Right, there you go.
Who was Jam Wood?
Greg Wood, one of Chicago's finest.
Okay.
But I didn't mean to say your name, bro. I didn't mean
Yeah, because
I didn't mean to give out your government
cloaking
name.
himself underneath the initials. You're like,
I didn't mean to give out your government name like that.
Here's where he lives.
The good news is we're only at the halfway point. I got faith that we're gonna get this video.
Do you? Because I'm not sure.
You don't believe
I
it?
don't know.
Ron did this last week. I don't know what's
I
going
know.
on. We got some new equipment.
Do we? No, we don't.
I don't know. Things look
I
different.
think we do. Yeah, they look different where?
So, before we even, and I got faith, we're going to see the video. And the reason I want you to see the video, these are some outstanding, these are dimes. Would you say that?
Some of the women?
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, and they just as happy.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
and on one video,
I mean, they could be as dumb as a stone.
the guy addresses all the points. You know, one girl went to Cambridge. You know, one of his family's got money. They like.
And what's going on in their country where they want these Americans?
What do you mean?
Like, what's happening with their selection?
Women in other countries still like men.
Well, they like
Women
men,
in this
but why don't
country.
they like men in their
women
country?
in this country,
I'm curious.
low key, they trying to emasculate all brothers, and it's up to men like me to shut that shit down.
They're trying to emasculate all brothers.
It ain't
What
happening.
you're saying?
Really, they are.
You think so?
Absolutely.
All brothers.
Anybody think I'm lying? Chime in, fellas. I don't know how y'all feel out there.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Were you reading something?
I'm reading text messages.
Oh, anyway,
And I'm getting
I do
real-time
want to.
people.
And see,
Yeah, so
There was-
see Brazil. One of my friends
Chimed in and said that DR is today what Brazil was to guys in the 90s.
see, and that's what the negative connotation is, because brothers from all walks of life, all races, all creeds, have always gone to other countries for women. Sometimes to sleep with them.
To Nate
Sometime-
Turner's point,
Sometimes, but now they're marrying them.
They were getting well, okay.
And the
but-
reason is, as I tell women, men do not sit around and go without. If all women
No,
said,
men don't go without.
if all women said we want to get married, but we not giving up no more cookies until we get wedding rings, men will just buy the wedding rings. We not gonna go without. If you act real mean, we gonna go find somebody nice. You can't browbeat. It's like telling a male lion, "Hey, I know you like eating meat, but I want you to switch to a vegetarian diet.
Okay.
I want you to change." That's what they do. That's what they want men to do in this
men.
country.
Okay, so you're making it seem like every single man does this.
I'm saying whatever a man's preference is, they don't like that.
Oh, see, to Nikki Turner's point, you and this monolith nonsense.
What was monolith?
That this is what men do. This is what men
So,
do.
Nikki Turner's a bright woman. You are a bright woman.
So y'all, this thing right here, they're gonna hear the video, but you're not gonna hear the video.
Oh,
That's
that's
fine.
not helpful. All right.
You all give us a thumbs up if you hear this video.
Yeah,
Nikki
if you
Turner,
hear anything,
Nikki Turner, I'm coming right back to you.
So let me start the video.
Okay, let's start the video over again.
Let's
Jesus
start over.
Christ.
Come on, man. Drag the little bubble, bro.
I know,
There
right?
you go.
We've got enough problems. Okay.
Shit.
Okay. And make sure the caption's on.
Hey TikTok,
All right,
I
just
have a
let it ride.
confession to make. Over the past few days, multiple news articles have
If
come
you're
out. I'm
seeing
in
this,
contact with
thumbs up.
Bro, why you keep changing it?
Vice and New York Post, so more on the way. And before they do, I want to tell you guys the truth. When you see me hanging out overseas with beautiful Colombian or Asian women, people have suspected for a long time that these women are being paid or they're poor and educated.
I don't know what's happening, Ron.
Yeah, I don't know what's happening. either.
Looking for a come up.
video is
And the
playing.
truth is,
I just let it play. I don't know what you're doing.
she
Why
went to
you-
Cambridge and
You're
she
moving
has
the
her own
cursor.
money.
Let that
Truth
shit
is,
play.
dating
Why
in
it's
America
playing?
is probably the worst
Are we
place in the
muted
world
now?
to date
Oh,
as an American
sorry.
man. Some women in the West are taught men ain't shit and masculinity is toxic. At the same age as some women in other countries are taught the little things you can do to help a man feel heard and respected. Like how boys are taught to open doors or give flowers to women. People need the passport bros to be losers or predators. Because then they don't have to wonder why intelligent, successful, genuine men are leaving and having the time of their lives. The truth is, American dating culture has 50% single men, 50% divorce rate, 70% initiated by women. And it's the fault of American women and men. Some of these guys who are now obsessed with body count were pro hot girl summer, pro girl hoe phase because they thought they would get laid more. And when it backfired on them, they switched sides. The truth that none of these articles want to talk about is that almost every man who leaves the American dating scene will come back and report that it is dramatically different and so much better. Finally, Passport Bros was started by the black community, yet the media wants to paint me as a face for it. I don't know if it's because it fits better with their narrative of it being a product of colonialism. I feel really grateful to be embraced by that community early on and seeing all the support in my comments, but they should still give credit where credit is due. I am tired of being misrepresented or misquoted in these articles, so if anyone knows of any good podcasts or somewhere I could do some long-form interview or conversation, please let me know or tag them below. Thank you guys for everything. Follow me, I got good shit.
Okay. Are we back? We're back. All right. So, the thing that...
Hold on. Let's just
Go
be
ahead.
something clear.
All right.
Nikki Turner, I think she left, so
Yeah,
maybe
I
you
think she
tuned
said
out.
she tuned out.
And that's fine. But we just talked about a man's preference, and she did the equivalent of this. I just don't want to hear. I just don't want to believe it's true.
Well,
Emotionally
okay.
immature.
So here's how I'm gonna we're losing viewers now because of this. So we just gained one. Okay, cool. So
I know you were there, Nikki.
Oh, okay, she's here. Hi, Nikki. Glad you stayed. So, the fact that he has a platform that's as large as it is.
477 million
Okay.
views.
So my point is,
if you do the
is he
hashtag.
dating to get married? He is not. He is obviously,
No, he's dating. He is going to marry. He says he wants to get married.
when he stops hooking up with every single woman in every country.
See, that's different. A man needs to do that.
Okay, you're saying these people are going over for marriage.
I'm saying he's interviewing women.
Is that what we're calling it now?
That's what men do.
Interviewing women?
You think we just picked the first one? You know how many women I dated? I just did it here.
but you're
Hold
you're
on.
saying.
I just did it here.
Uh-huh.
And most men that I know that are married dated a lot of women.
Yeah.
But they just married one here. Why do you have an issue that he's doing it elsewhere?
No, because the claim is that they're going overseas.
They are.
And that they are marrying these women.
Right? They said
He
he
is
was married.
not. He's how many countries do we think he's been to?
If I were him and I was his age, I would go to as many as I could.
So he's going to what?
What's his rush?
15, 20 countries?
Will he not be able to have babies?
Could he not just
Hold
do
on.
that?
Or maybe he'll be making more and more money as he gets older and he can get a better and better woman. Because I didn't make this up. A lot of women, not all of them, Nikki Turner, because I don't want to speak for all women. But a
think
lot
it's
of women,
inflating societal
on this globe, tell me if I'm wrong, Gina B. I don't want to seem like I'm misogynistic. Do most women on the globe like men with money?
Oh, yeah.
They're just such a monolithic. Nikki, tune out. But a man can't. I can tell you that men across the globe value fit, feminine, friendly,
So they're trying to have sex with as
submissive,
many of them as
submissive, and
possible.
cooperative.
So maybe
he's finding
they're-
the best of his lot.
But maybe there is something to it when they say that it's predatory. Maybe.
I've only seen
Just
smiles
maybe.
on women's faces.
Who's he gonna put on video? The mad bitches?
Did he pry that woman's legs open? Did you see him?
Are we gonna on his channel? Are we expected to see that?
What is all of this? What do y'all have with that man exercising his rights?
I'm just saying, his claim is that he's marrying people.
If I had the means and I was single, why would I limit myself to one geographical location with all these angry birds around here
I
chirping?
mean, all these people, all these men who claim, there's so many beautiful women here. Oh, there's
Beautiful women where?
exotic women over wherever they're going.
Well, they are.
And my dollar goes further. So this is what I read into this. Is there a lot of men whose dollar wouldn't go very far in the U.S.? Maybe they're broke. I don't know. Maybe they have,
Who are they competing with? Is their goal to compete, or is their goal
You're
to
such a
get
politician.
Is the
goal
wait a minute? Is
to
the goal to get
compete?
the best woman and create the best lifestyle for himself?
For the night.
You know what? Just for the sake of it, you sound like one of those people who say, I just got to live in New York City. There's nowhere else to live.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
But there are people who do that. Because
There are,
if
but that's
I
not what
make
I'm
it
saying.
here, I can make it anywhere.
Oh my God.
Well,
up to you, New York.
if I want to live, and you're right.
My whole point is,
Maybe that
everyone-
meant-
the
go ahead.
converse to this is that it's predatory, and I'm thinking that it probably is.
If I can get a woman who looks Halle Berry-esque, but doesn't acts the opposite of Halle Berry, and right?
Oh, you haven't met Halle Berry.
I know she has 3-4 baby daddies, 3-4
So,
husbands.
She has a lot of.
I know a lot of.
Shouldn't she exercise all of her options?
She
Should
should
she have them.
But every
There's a
time
lot
she
of cute men come to her.
exercises hers, the men get broker and uglier.
The men are well, but
The dude she's with now, that was a bad example. You just walk into it. The dude she's with now, she would not have dated.
look, I am
not
not
sitting here to say that.
Yeah, she makes bad
see,
decisions.
this is-
I love Halle.
Nikki Turner's point is that what she misses is that outside of the U.S., black women are at the top of the exotic list. Because a lot of the women that they're hooking up with in the DR and Brazil are black
Let me read this.
Brazilians.
Black.
I know a guy that went to DR and brought a woman back to the States.
Even though DR
And married, became married, guys, and divorced him. Okay, so that man did the wrong thing. That's not a passport bro.
I want what's coming to me.
Because a passport bro ain't bringing his uncorrupted, I've been with 2 men woman to be around here with women who are 30 years old with 25 body count.
So funny.
Do you think those women have really only been with 2 men?
I think
Really?
American women sleep with a gang of motherfuckers.
And you don't think these women in the Philippines are engaging with a lot of
not
men?
like, wanna know why? because women here have adopted this. Men do it, I can do it. And those women know, wait a minute, the men in these countries, the reason they're so submissive, because the men don't marry street women. They don't marry the chicks.
so-
No, you got working girls, and then you got wives. And those wives, they're very submissive, and they're not doing that. Or they wouldn't get married. You all are trying to change. Here's what's happening here. You want me a lion. You want to change a lion's diet. And I keep telling y'all, we devalue promiscuity.
You get that a lot of these people are prostitutes, right?
Well, whatever.
Do you understand that?
What do I call women in America who want the guy with a whole bunch of money? Is she a prostitute?
Yeah. I don't know. Is she getting paid for it? I don't know. Maybe.
Give me another video. Let's go to Africa.
We're doing this again?
We going to Africa.
This was not successful the first time.
Because the black women in Africa are way different. This is a young brother. This brother, oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway, about to put a young brother on. Actually, Gina B found him, so if y'all don't like him.
I found him because I needed to find another example.
He jumped in his DM.
Yeah, I was trying to get an interview.
Allegedly.
You think Melania was just so taken with
He was
Trump?
doing a lot of pull-ups in his
Melania
video.
was one step away from being a prostitute, so let's not. I mean, everywhere you look, there's a nude picture of Melania, so you do the math.
I want to know, does Nikki Turner have a problem if a woman goes out and finds a celebrity or a basketball player? She's sitting there saying she's taking advantage of his young, dumb self. No.
I don't even think I know what you're saying.
I'm saying if a woman, let's take, I don't know, Kim Kardashian.
Okay.
She's a hoe. She goes out and has made gotten rich, hooking up with one black guy with a lot of money, or one football player, then let me get a basketball player, then let me get she's just ramped her own way up and they increased. So,
well, I mean,
but do women get mad at her? No.
But
we know that we
women, no, people don't like him. Okay, whatever.
Y'all ready?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
let's
ready.
do
Do
it.
it.
All right, bring me back. All right, so can I hear us yet? All right, so we got a theme here, right? And I would like for you and Nikki Turner to represent all women in the world. I'm saying.
No one could hear him.
Oh,
There was
really?
no sound.
Oh, that sort of
Never
sucks.
mind now. At least I could read it.
Right. Well,
okay.
don't even play that again.
Yeah, let's not do
But what it was, and you can explain it. You got that one. I mean, he's basically saying, and correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
He's been not every place in Africa, but he's saying
He's
that
been
he's
5
saying
countries.
the women of color there, or the black women there, are very different than the black women here, right?
Okay.
And if we see that in multiple countries, men here are saying it, right? No one's really coming here to get women, right? They're not. They used to. They're not now. Are we saying, or are women saying that all these women around the world are just dumb? Are they all being taken advantage of? Because as I see it, I have a whole globe, and the westernized women alone, they're free to do what they want.
Well, let's look at the countries.
But what they're doing, they basically should just pull out a pile of spray that smells like crap and use it for perfume. That is how much it's helping them get a man. Because they always want to argue, right? They always want to say, well, this is what men need to do. Well, they don't want.
No one, listen. No one's saying what men need to do. Here's my.
Well, they're
my
doing
whole
stuff.
platform
They're doing
here.
stuff that's just not winning. They're not winning.
My whole platform.
You can
here
win by
is
being
if
nice.
The dude wants to go outside of the states and find himself a woman and doesn't find what he wants here. He should go where he wants to. Where
It's
he
not
wants
just
to be
him.
successful. Them. Okay,
Right.
so them. Okay. If a woman would like to go to another country and find men, whatever, I'm sure that women from here can do that.
Exactly.
Okay. Fine.
Can you read Nate Turner?
Okay. Nate Turner says this is funny. When the NBA All-Star Game was here in Chicago, the city was flooded with opportunistic women from all over the
And nobody's
country.
talking about these women. Men are going around, oh my God, look at these women. Because we respect and we know that women like men with money.
Well, yeah, but
why can't we like feminine, petite, or whatever women? Why can't we like...
This is no one's saying that you can go there. Then.
Well, every time I
That's
say it,
where
I get this whole men are not monolith.
But the whole point here is that sometimes it is predatory, because if this guy's been at this for a long time,
women ever predatory?
he's not looking. Women are definitely predatory. We're both men and women can be predatory. Okay, we are not. I am not purporting to represent all women.
I'm representing all men.
I don't know why. Because it doesn't make any sense.
Except
back to the NBA. Every single year,
I don't represent the
every
Seps.
single year, no matter where the NBA All-Star Game is, there is going to be a percentage of women that are flocking and trying to hit the uterine lottery.
We know that.
And you know they are.
Right.
In fact, it was funny because back, a couple of years ago, there was some chicks trying to GoFundMe to get themselves to the NBA All-Star, and I was like, oh, okay. So we're supposed to pay for you to get pregnant by some tall man. Nikki's, when it's a fad method to find love, like it's a Tide Pod, that's how you know it's silly. It's, yes. 90 Day Fiance. Who, do you watch? I don't watch that.
I don't, so...
It fails 90% of the time. I don't know. That's not really an accurate microcosm, though.
And the words she's saying...
I'm talking about Nate's comment.
Know the game. Right.
No, I'm talking about the one before, about 90 Day Fiance. It's a perfect example. It fails 90% of the time. That's not an accurate microcosm of society, though. 90 Day Fiance, that's a whole different thing. That's like people who want to be famous who are on a show trying to... Huh?
I'm saying, to Nikki's point, there are always exceptions. I'll submit to that. But most men want fit, feminine... Why are you frowning at a man wants some fit? A man says, I want a fit woman. Oh, my gosh. That's like if you said a woman wants a man with a nice job. And I do this. You want to do with a nice job? What the fuck? You're so fucking shallow. Can't believe you want a man with a nice job.
Every single week we have to talk about...
Because that's the problem. Women come on here as guests and they sit here and say, well, I want him to be 6'1" and I want him to make $230,000 and I want to have a tongue down to his knees and I want this and I want that. And I'm like, all right, that's fine, sis.
Let's look at Walita's.
Can I say?
Can we do that?
What does he want?
Walita has...
He wants fine.
Okay,
fit,
I understand what you
friendly.
want.
Can we just look at this?
So Walita says generalizations are tricky. Many men and women are chasing freedom. They want to break from a punitive society. People are seeking more fun and fulfillment in other countries, value quality of life and relaxation much more than the U.S.
That's accurate.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, no, but it's the truth.
But when it comes to men looking for wives,
they're not. Okay.
I can fight it all you want.
I don't really believe he's looking for a wife, personally. This digital
nomad dude. Because he's been at it for what, you couldn't have found a wife? If women were so great elsewhere, why couldn't he have found a wife in the first country that he visited?
Do you know how much that man makes?
I don't know.
He doesn't make a lot of money.
I don't know what he makes. He probably makes a lot more now from his YouTube platform.
Well, yeah, but most digital nomads make between 40 and 80 grand.
Well, I think with the YouTube platform, you can amplify that.
Well, that's him, but I'm saying,
and I'm sure he's got
but all the other millions of guys doing this, they don't make a ton.
Yeah.
But men date. We don't get dinged. Women will still date me if I sleep with 30 women. They don't care. Women have, and we know it. They don't care.
Okay. So
they do care if I'm broke. And we submit to that. And we respect that. But unfortunately, somebody's great grandmamas and grandmamas stopped teaching them.
Yeah.
This what a man like, baby. You don't get a man like that. Don't fix the man a plate. Fix a plate? Why the hell would I fix a plate?
To Nikki Turner's point, in Europe, Americans are still assumed to be wealthy. In other areas of the world, Americans are assumed to be wealthy. And the dollar goes so much further in other countries, you can just throw it around. And
first off,
I mean, this whole
Nikki, Gina.
Yes.
When a man is picking a wife, the money is a bonus. Again, that's women. Hold on. Okay. That's women looking at what they value, trying to apply it why a man would want them. We don't care if you independent. Matter of fact, that's a knock against a brother who's killing the game. Nobody want nobody just combative.
Yeah.
And to her point too, yes, when you go to the DR and Brazil, they are third world. These are almost third world countries.
Doesn't matter.
Well, it does matter because that's where the money. That's what.
We don't look for money.
No.
Why y'all keep talking about
I
money?
don't understand.
Passport
We're
bros
talking about
are not
money
going to these places to get women with money.
You can have a $40,000 job, and to them, you have a lot of money.
And if women were here who were smart, a good man making $40,000, they should be getting on because the average salary of a black woman is $44,000 in this country.
The dollar doesn't stretch as far.
Since y'all want to talk about money,
Jamal Matuka says broke men ain't getting cake. Yeah, that's how all these women keep getting knocked up by these broke dudes. They're getting plenty of cake because they have a lot of time.
And they're confused, and that's why they shouldn't be sleeping with
They have a lot of time.
because they say, "Well, I didn't pull dudes like that before." No, you got banged, but you ain't married them. You had a kid with him,
Well, you're
but
better
he
off
didn't wife
They
you.
married him, thank the Lord. I mean,
Anyway.
And women here don't even understand. Okay, the guy has shown you no reason that he's really going to be around. He comes, he calls you, whatever time. Get married first, then have a baby. That just gets lost these days.
Okay, so now we're talking about the vow. Okay, this is totally different.
I'm just telling you
But-
the reason passport bros are leaving, right, is because
We're talking about the vow.
women have a big disconnect of reality when in terms of what they think they can catch, right?
Okay.
And they're not being friendly. And number one, a man does not marry a woman who's gonna drive him back. It is just like a woman. It's like a woman saying, "I think I'm gonna choose to marry a guy who makes no money."
all right, let's talk about no money for a second. All right, so, and Nikki wants to know if you've lived in any of these places.
Not visited, but lived.
We can probably say no, he has not.
Nikki, I've been fortunate enough. I don't have to live anywhere. I don't. Hold on. I just don't deal with any combative women, and I know what women value. They like men who are fit. They like men with some money. Period.
Okay. And this
So that is universal.
Here's the point okay, Nate is proving my point. He says if you show up in third world countries with 10 pairs of Levi's and a few purses, you are considered rich with multiple dollar signs.
Okay, so the point is, if you are a mediocre man here in the United States, okay, you're a dude who makes $50,000. Say you spend time in the gym and you look good.
That's not a mediocre man. Hold on.
Well-
That's not a mediocre man.
According to the standards of women that you're suggesting, that's a
Right,
mediocre
but
man.
that's my point. They're delusional because the average salary of a black woman in this country is $44,000.
Okay, let's not talk about the women's salary, for example.
Well, if you want a man that makes more, he makes more than you.
Talking about, and see, this is okay. So if they go, if they're here, the dollar doesn't go as far, right? And women don't consider them to be big
Hold on.
dollars. They don't.
Jamal missed the beginning of the show.
Okay.
Jamal Matuka, passport bros.
They're not getting married.
They're not tourists. They don't come back, bro. They leave. Now there's a faction of men. We
Yeah, but
covered it. There's a faction of men who go to these places to bang some chicks, say I made a porn,
There's a
and
lot
then come home.
of those men that do
But
that.
we're talking about men who do not like.
And a lot of people who go, the passport bros. as
You're
matter
keeping a
fact-
lot of women single right now.
How am I keeping people single?
Because they need to learn that combative behavior does not get you a husband.
God. Okay.
You can fight it all you want.
I'm not fighting this. What I'm trying to explain to you is that these guys who are claiming that they're living these places, they're there for about 4 months until their visas run out, then they move,
Right,
right?
they're going to another place.
Right. This is my point. So they're not okay.
Anyway,
But that's what a man does.
They go from place to place and have sex with as many women as possible.
I had sex
And
with a
then
bunch of women. I just chose to stay here. And when I found one worth marrying, I married her. And you know what? Women have decided that they don't devalue that.
Yeah.
They don't. I didn't make women's decisions. They don't care how many people I sleep with. They're not wired like that.
And these women that you go to see who are in the DR, Brazil, name a country, you don't know what they're lying about their body count.
Well, at least they're not combative.
I don't know if they're combative or not. I
They're
have no
not.
idea. I mean, it's a matter of finding them more agreeable because they're.
It's got to be something wrong with
Having
them.
money
Something wrong with
spent on
those
them.
women. How
I'm
dare
not
they?
saying anything's
How
wrong
dare they
with
be
those women,
agreeable?
but what I'm
Jamal
saying is
Matuka, could
you're
you defend these
assuming-
women over
you're
there, Jamal?
assuming
Jamal
that these women
Matuka.
have low body counts.
Jamal
Some of
Matuka,
these women
could you
are straight
defend
up
some
prostitutes.
other women? I want Jamal to defend some other. Why are you down in these women's choices?
What did Nate Nate Turner
I'm
say
gonna,
at the very
I'm gonna
beginning
train a
of the
lion. I'm gonna get me a pet
conversation.
lion, and I'm gonna train him to be a
This is my
vegan.
whole thing.
I'm gonna train a pet lion to be a vegan. That's what I'm
The
gonna do.
chicks at the All-Star game are extremely. They are agreeable because they're trying to get you to knock.
They
them
are
out.
not agreeable.
Yes, they are.
Well, one NBA player recently married one. This is one, but a lot of them fit this mold. She got real combative when he said, "How dare you have an OnlyFans page?" I can name Kim Kardashian. You name any NBA player, because those women are smart.
Kim
They-
Kardashian's agreeable.
If you're gonna sleep with a dumb man, he may as well be rich. Shout out to those women.
Nate Turner's point: $40,000 in a different country makes a man a $200,000 earner in that other country, which
Right.
is absolutely accurate.
And in this country, $40,000 should be just fine for some women, because in the eyes of men,
You can barely pay rent.
but $100,000 man don't want that woman. Ooh.
That makes wait the $100,000.
A $100,000 man does not want a woman who talks shit. You ain't getting them. I got 3 daughters. They all gonna be married before 30 because they ain't living in this delusion. Half the women who feel like this ask me if their daddy was at home with them.
Deliver me.
Or he was an asshole.
Just deliver me. That's all I have to say.
Would you listen? Oh, hold on. Listen, that's Ron's a young man. Ron, one day you're gonna be worth, I don't know, you're gonna have $300,000 a year coming in. You got 2 women, right? One is nice, makes you feel good, respects you. And one of them makes, I don't know, $30,000 a year more. But she's very mean and just drives you nuts. Who you marrying?
Why are you putting them on opposite ends of
All
the
day.
spectrum like that?
But that's how they are.
Why are you putting them on? One is, very nice and opens her legs every time you breathe on her the wrong way, and the other one's like, "Fuck you." Like, what? I'm sure that there's somewhere in the spectrum. There's a middle ground somewhere. I'm just saying. But we're talking about the passport bros right now. Okay.
And my point is, they made a
Passport
choice. I don't even know why we have a problem. These men said, you know what?
I really don't. If they decide,
If I went to
wanna
another
go-
country to get a job, y'all shitting on me? No, would you? No, you wouldn't. Would you say, hey, you're taking advantage of that economy over there? Well, hold on.
I don't care
it's
about
a fair
that
question.
anymore. That I care about.
So you don't see anything wrong with it?
I don't see anything. Okay, I really don't see anything wrong with any of it. I started the
I
conversation.
knew you had some sense.
I started the conversation.
That's
with
why you
that.
on this show.
If you
I'm gonna raise your salary.
if you feel as though you're going to be successful elsewhere, then please go.
We got another
I
video.
might
Ron.
contribute to your GoFundMe. Oh, come on, video again?
Yeah, I want to see one of these dates.
Oh Lord, today.
Go to number 3.
They
Y'all
couldn't
give
hear
us a
it the
thumbs
last
up if y'all
time,
could hear
so-
it. Yeah, they couldn't hear it. Yeah, they just started.
Do-do-do-do.
Why you keep coming back, bro?
Because you have to share the screen.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Hankins.
Okay.
But I mean, real talk though.
Well, they can probably still hear, so don't curse.
I've
what's up,
been
Khalid
cursing this
Hankins?
entire time. I don't know why I would stop now.
That's hilarious.
Would I stop?
In America
Cheesecake
versus
Factory.
dating
Just let it ride.
I'm in
Don't touch
Colombia
that.
right now. I'm about to go on a date.
Medellin.
Remember that American woman who refused to go on a date to the Cheesecake Factory?
Of course.
A place where the bill is
I ain't
easily
agree.
$100. I'll spend that same amount of money on this date, and you can see how
Spend
cheap
over
it is.
$100.
Let's go. What's up, guys? I'm out here waiting for my date. Dude, these
Look who we
bowling
dating.
alleys are insane. She made it, y'all. 20 minutes late, but out here that's actually like 10 minutes early.
Yeah, you could be late.
Columbia time is a real thing. To pay for a bowling
Yeah,
lane here,
her
2
peers
players
can't
for
even-
a full hour is only $17, and the aesthetics here are nuts. Now she
didn't
speaks zero
frown.
English, and my Spanish sucks.
She ain't
wanted me
saying
to
I
use
got
Google
it.
Translate. We got
She ain't saying
fucking
pay for.
think
She's
about
not
it.
saying pay for my friends.
It's called a pocket translator, and this is so much better because we
Everybody's
can
speak the
actually
same
look at
language.
each
This
other
is
when we
so
talk, and it'll translate for us.
Hey, would you
We
look?
hung out for a bit, and it was time for our food.
She's-
Yes,
oh,
they
look at
served
that.
this at the bowling alley in your lane.
guy's
This
winning.
place was crazy, and it was super
She's winning.
affordable. Like,
They're
where are you
winning.
gonna find this in the States for this price? Nowhere. They even had a DJ here, and I still have money
Oh,
to
and a
spend.
surprise.
If you want to see what happens next?
See what happens
check out part
next.
2. See what is tied behind the
Gina B, don't demean women like that. Gina B, do not demean women like that. You're better than. Don't demean that young lady. That couple is winning. They're winning. I don't know who looks at that and says the guy's losing.
I'm not saying that the guy's winning or losing.
You think that's a
I'm
bad option?
just
He is so stupid.
Of course, they find the Cheesecake Factory girl with the worst expression on her face. They're making.
They
her
could have found the girl who demands that the guy pays for all her friends too.
And really, look at They don't speak the same language. So that's one.
It won't stop them.
And no, it doesn't stop them.
Did I say language means something to a man?
I'm just saying.
Fit, friendly, feminine,
Who cares if you
agreeable
can talk to her or not?
agreeable.
Yeah.
Right?
Like, yeah, he's got the $42. I mean, like, but think about her options. Her options are these other Colombian dudes who can't afford to do like 1/8 of what
That woman is. That's not her options.
What do you mean? Those aren't her options.
I just told you what men look for. Do you doubt me?
Okay, but in Colombia, you don't know what the situation is.
Why are you saying that woman can't go somewhere?
I'm not saying she can't go anywhere, but what I'm saying is that if she's sticking to Colombian men
Who says she is?
She might be.
That man's not Colombian?
Well, I understand he's not Colombian, Kris. He's a passport bro. And on that note, it is 7 o'clock.
The narrative is that these women are all poor, but they're not.
Yeah, 4 to 5 months is like a vacation. It's a long vacation.
Yeah, he's interviewing women. I go to 10 different countries.
Women. Those guys are cheap. I'm out.
You wouldn't be out.
Because they can be cheap. They don't need to spend a lot of money.
Is sex
And
work legal overseas?
listen, and that's your choice to be out.
She was ready to go, Jamal. That's right. Sex work is legal in certain countries.
Why are we calling this sex work? Jamal, please don't insult women just because they're not from here. He's such a misogynist. She sees a pretty woman and assumes she's a sex worker.
No, that's
Some
not the
men
assumption.
kill me.
We are.
That's
That's not where we
That
are.
is so misogynistic.
That's not where we are. Oh,
And
pot kettle.
Anyway, on that note, it's 7:01.
And you are different country phobic. That's what you are. They're from another country. They must be bad.
No, that's
Those
not what
women
I'm
are
saying.
hoes.
I don't know where we're.
They don't want
I don't know
this.
where we're getting
They don't
it.
want my angry, mean ass. They must be stupid.
I am not.
Keep trying it.
Oh, what? Well, look.
One of my friends' kids got his passport stolen.
Right?
Trying to be a passport bro.
He woke up and all his shit was gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude addresses
I'm
that.
just saying.
He addresses that.
Yeah.
That dude, because
Nikki, what country did you live in? She lived in Europe for a year.
and to your point, Gina B, when we discussed the topic, we sort of knew right away what the issues were going to be, right? We said, they're going to say men are being predatory, but one of my issues were, you got a lot of men that come up missing every year.
A lot.
That would be my issue.
And missing organs.
That would be my issue.
Yeah. You wake up and you don't have a kidney.
Right.
You know.
So. You know.
Oh, France was in Africa for a month. Do you speak French? I speak French, and you know what's interesting about France?
Ooh, you?
Uh-huh.
First off, y'all, I learn something new about Gina B every couple months. She's a former boxer. Stop by one day to pick something up. She starts playing the piano like friggin' Beethoven.
Oui.
Now you
Oui,
speak
je parle
French.
français aussi.
Now you speak French?
Oui. But what's funny about, here's what's interesting about speaking of racist countries. So in France, and tell me if you notice this, Nikki, I don't know how well you speak, but you can't speak French too well in France.
Why?
Because then they will think you are African and they will start treating you like shit. So if you're an American
Or
and
Canadian
you speak French,
right?
you can speak Canadian French as long as they just don't think you're African. Yeah, but
They treat
I don't
Africans
speak
bad
Canadian
in France.
French.
They treat Africans
They do,
bad.
but you can't when you're there and you're speaking French. You can't speak too well.
I hate France.
Oh yeah, Rio, all predatory. It's all good until your ass is set up by locals, according to Nate Turner.
Y'all just don't want that brother to find love.
We are over. But thank you for entertaining us.
This was a good. Wait, well, dare I ask, Ron? Can you close us out with a video?
Why are
Yeah.
you doing that?
Why are you hating?
Because it's going to be a hot mess. All right, good.
What is this one?
Women tries to shame. This is just going to start another
Yeah,
conversation.
we won't do that.
All right, maybe we need a part 2 of this. Maybe we'll try to get a passport bro in the show. We're going to work on that. And
We
see
did.
what we can do.
We might do that.
Yeah.
We might do that.
Yeah.
So, Kris and Gina, we out of here. I think Brian Foster's next.
We're out of here like
On the In the Zone podcast. I'm sure they got something juicy to talk about. But we out of here like last year. Shout out to my cousin Chuck. Good job, Ron.
Hi, Sean. Okay. Bye.
Cut me